Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back in the video today, and we're going to be recapping today's NBA games as it was the first day of NBA games since the All-Star break, and hey, it was good to have some basketball back. It's been a week exactly. Last time we had basketball was last Thursday, and comes back on Thursday. Everybody had, sometimes a lot of people had just a week off. Some people have more because some teams don't play till tomorrow or Saturday. So some teams have had a lot of time, extra time off than the others. But I think this was a good All-Star break. I think we had a good All-Star weekend. Greatest dunk contest in a while. I think it's been years since we've had that good of a dunk contest. I thought the three-point contest was pretty decent itself. I think the only thing that really sucked of this whole All-Star weekend was definitely the skills challenge, which that was just awful to watch. But I even think the game itself, with no defense being played, was actually pretty decent in itself too. I mean, we were watching some of the 24 of the best players in basketball play. But yeah, it's good to have basketball back. There were some great games today. Actually, some really good games. There was a couple blowouts. There were two overtime games. Some good performances. Let's get into it. We start with one of the overtime games down in Indiana, where the Boston Celtics overcome a possible upset against the Pacers, 142-138. What a performance by Miles Turner in overtime. 40 points and 10 rebounds in this game. Halliburton had 22 and 14. Great performance by him. Madron with 19 off the bench. It sucks that they lose this game, just because playing that good against the best team in the East. But yeah, that's a tough loss. Tatum with 31, 12, and 7, and Jaylen Brown with 30, and Brogdon with a nice game off the bench with 24. Denver Nuggets and the Cleveland Cavaliers. This is a really upsetting loss for the Cavs as they lose 115-109. Yes, the Nuggets are the best team in the West, but got outscored bad in the fourth quarter, 18-26, and they were not able to close this game out. They were just beat out in this, I wouldn't say third quarter, in the second half. It was just the fourth quarter mainly that they just got outplayed. Evan Mobley with a great game, 31 and 9. Garland with 22, Mitchell with 22, Jared Allen 14 and 13. For the Denver Nuggets, Jokic with another triple-double, of course, 24, 18, and 13. MPJ with 25. That's really it for the Nuggets. Good win for the Nuggets, 115-109. Raptors get their third win in a row. They've been playing great basketball as of recent. It actually ties their most win streak all season. Great win for the Raptors. They get everybody back tonight, so full healthy team. Gary Trent was playing. OG was playing. And especially you add in Jakob Poeltl, who's the newest member of the team. Siakam led the team in scoring. Actually, they got healthy with OG coming back and Gary Trent coming back, but no Van Vliet against the Pelicans. Now, Siakam leads scoring with 26, 21 and 18 for Jakob Poeltl. 18, and both 18 for Barnes and Gary Trent Jr. The Raptors are healthy. They're playing good basketball. It's really interesting to see. The Pelicans, Brandon Ingram scores 36. CJ McCollum scores 23. And then this game right here was one of the most exciting games I've watched. There's a lot of exciting things going on tonight. I mean, this was a great game down in Philadelphia against the Grizzlies. 110-105 win. Great comeback for Philadelphia. Were down going into halftime. They were down, what is that? Well, going into the second quarter, they're down 15. Going into halftime, they're down 12. And they came back. Great fourth quarter comeback for the Sixers. 110-105. Harden, what a great game from him. 31, 7, and 7. He was hitting huge shots left and right. 6 for 9 from 3. Great game by James Harden. Embiid with 27 and 19. And Tobias Harris with 20. Maxey with 16 off the bench. Great comeback. Tough loss for the Grizzlies. Ja with only 15 points. And then Desmond Bane led them in scoring with 25. 18 and 9 for Jaren Jackson Jr. Tough loss for the Grizzlies, but great win by the Sixers. Mavericks little blowout in the Texas rivalry against the Spurs, 142-116. Luka scores 28 and 10. Kyrie scores 23. Hardaway Jr. scores 22 off the bench. Justin Holiday in his first game as a Maverick scores 15. Of course, a former Rocket who was just cut and Rockets gave up on scores a lot of points. That's a tough one. He probably had more shots up because of a blowout, but that's a good debut. More depth off the bench for the Mavs. For the Spurs, Keldon Johnson with 22 and then Malachi Branham with 23 was their leading scorer. So tough loss for the Spurs, but a great win for the Mavs. Here's the second overtime game and a wonderful performance by Mr. Lauri Markkanen. Jazz, after hosting this All-Star break, host a game in Utah and get a great win against the Thunder. 119-120, get the win in overtime. Lauri scores 43 and 10. Clarkson scores 24. Walker Kessler scores 7 and 18 rebounds. Kelly Olynyk scores 12. Great win for the Jazz. Shea, on the other end, they didn't get the win, but Shea scores 39, 8 and 7. Great game by him. Josh Giddey scores 18 and 11. And then Kenrich Williams has 16 off the bench. So, great win by the Jazz. Trailblazers, Kings, no Damian Lillard, and that was a little bit of a problem for the Blazers tonight as they lose to the Kings 116-133. Sabonis, what a game by him. 18 points, 18 rebounds, 10 assists, 3 steals, doing everything for this team tonight. Wasn't their leading scorer. Fox had 31. Terrence Davis had 20 off the bench. Great win by the Kings tonight. Their leading scorer for the Blazers was Nasir Little. No, they were really shorthanded. Still no Anthony Simons, no Dame, no Grant, still no Nurkic as well. So I wouldn't say that's a really great win for the Kings because they're so shorthanded. Little and Reddish combined for 50. Little had 26. Reddish had 24. Keon Johnson had 16. I mean, looking at this roster available for the Blazers, this roster tonight that they had available does not look like the Blazers team this season. This club right here, I'm sorry, looks like their team last year. No offense to Reddish and Thibault and Sharp, who weren't a part of those teams, and Knox as well, because everybody else besides his guys were. But this really looks like this Blazers roster last year. And they need to get, obviously their 3 best players back with Simons. And, honestly, I hate to say it, but honestly, in my opinion, they're 4 best players because I think, in my opinion, I think Nurkic, you have to count him as their 4th best player. You got to get your 4 best players back because if you don't get them back soon, which I don't think Dame's a longer-term injury. Anthony, that's a little bit of a concern. So is Nurkic. I don't think Grant is as well. He's not a long-term injury. But you got to get all 4 of those healthy so you can stay in the play-in position because you cannot get out of that. And you're not even in it. You're like the Blazers are like the 12th seed right now. So, but they need to be healthy so they can get back in it because it's not hard to get back in it. Speaking of a team who needs to get in it, the Lakers, and they tonight helps that. A win over the Warriors, a really good win over the Warriors, 124-111, gets them closer. Puts them a half a game back from the 12 seed Blazers and a game back between the 11 seed Thunder, and then 1.5 games back from the 10 seed, who I believe is the Jazz, if I'm correct. No, is it it's the Warriors or the Jazz? I think it's the Warriors. But I mean, yeah, great win for the Lakers tonight. And the cool thing I like about this is the Lakers, they got this win easily. I mean, they were leading like 106-82 in this fourth quarter. And another thing I want to note here is that they got this win easily, which they haven't. A lot of their wins this season, they haven't been able to win easily down to the stretch. You don't see the Lakers win a lot of double-digit games. And then not only that, but they didn't need LeBron to do everything tonight. LeBron only scored 13 points. Now, he did have 9 rebounds, 8 assists, but you didn't need LeBron to do that much. You didn't need Anthony to do that much either. D'Lo got hurt. Anthony only scored 12. You relied on your other players tonight. 4 other players besides Anthony Davis and LeBron James, who only combined it for 25 points in double digits. Malik Beasley, who was their leading scorer, with 25. Mo Bamba with 10 and 13. Rui. Oh, sorry, my bad. 5 other players besides AD and LeBron with double digits. Or no, 6. I didn't see one. Lonnie Walker had 10. Reeves had 17. Mo Bamba had 10 and 13. Rui had 14. Schroeder had 13. And Beasley had 25. So these guys stepped up with AD and LeBron not having the best shooting nights and not having to do much. LeBron took 20. It was a bad night for LeBron. Took 20 shots. 5 only went in. AD... I wouldn't say it a bad shooting night. He only took 5 shots, 3 went in. A lot of free throws going down for AD. But these guys stepped up. I mean, that's a lot of points for some of these other players combining for that many points off the bench. Beasley starting, but definitely these guys stepped up tonight. Let's go to the Warriors scores real quick. 22 for Clay. Another back-to-back. Oh, never mind. It's not a back-to-back. I don't know if he's going to play against the Rockets tomorrow. I hope he doesn't because I'm a Rockets fan. But 22 for Clay. 20 for Ty Jerome. 6 and 11 for Draymond. 16 for Jordan Poole. So, that's another loss for the Warriors. No Curry. Hopefully he comes back soon for them. They need him. But, I mean, yeah, so that's really it for the video. Hope you guys enjoy them, your thoughts, and great win for the Lakers. Great win for the Celtics in overtime. And great win for the Jazz as well in overtime as well. And the Blazers definitely need to get their 4 best players back from injury. Glad to see basketball back. You guys, let me know your thoughts on today's games. That's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and peace out.